Hello, everybody. My name is Saima, and welcome to our webinar today on BI Analytics and Reporting Strategy. Our presenter today is John Mupasani. He is one of our consultants. We also have our VP of Sales, Randy, who is going to talk a little bit about Terra Information Group and what we do. Before we go into our presentation. I will request everybody to save your questions till the end of the presentation, and then we will take them up one by one. And here we go. I will hand it off now to Randy, who is our Senior VP of Sales, and we will go ahead with the presentation.
Thank you, Simon. I guess we need to go to the next slide. Yeah, thank you all for joining us today, and certainly a privilege to have Johnson really with us today to do his presentation on BI. And the agenda that we had proposed for today is to start out talking about SAP analytics in the portfolio, and get into SAP S4 HANA embedded analytics, BW HANA strategic analytics, business objects and enterprise reporting tools for Town Pump. Town Pump was a client in Nebraska that we all had in common, and then self-service and ad hoc reporting. Then at the end, as Simon had stated, Q&A. But if you do have a pertinent question as we are going through, please feel free to go ahead and interrupt or interject if you have a question rather than wait till the end. But certainly we have a Q&A session at the end as well. Next slide, please. A little bit about Johnson specifically is that he's had over 17 years of work experience in as an S4 HANA and Bob J architect for SAP projects. He also has been an SAP BI project lead, SME for several projects, including IS Utilities, IS Oil and Gas, Supply Chain Management, and Technical Architecture Strategy. And he's been associated with a lot of great clients, Fortune 100 and 500 clients throughout his career. This is a small sample of his expertise, just to let you know what type of person we're talking about. American Water, Pfizer, Shire, Verizon, Sara Lee, Shell, Unilever, Disney, Ericsson. And again, this is just a small sample of the types of clients that he's engaged with and the level of his expertise. And he's certainly well known throughout the industry and is a subject matter expert. So we're very fortunate to have him as part of our team and to lead this initiative today. So, next slide, please. Wanted to give you a high-level overview of Terra Information Group, Teague Information, if you will. We specialize in SAP BI since 1997. We've been an SAP services partner from the beginning. Over 100 successful clients in all industries, all verticals, not just one specific industry. Recognized SAP Gold Partner at this point. We've been known historically throughout the industry as being extremely accountable and a trusted client partner to all of our clients and relationships, not only with our clients, but also with SAP. So we have a very, very strong relationship with the ecosystem in general, the clients, SAP, and the technical industry, the consultants. Some of the things that we've initiated and have specialized in with rapid deployment programs. We've developed rapid deployment programs for most all of the modules and all of everything that we do to try to speed up the process of implementations and not start from scratch in every implementation. We come in with a starting point and a deliverable to start with and can immediately hit the ground running and add value. Another big key distinction that we have as Teague is certainly we have world-class resources and excellent references. We've grown as a company historically for these 17 or 18 years through word of mouth with almost zero marketing, just based on the type of deliverables and the type of professionalism that we've exercised at clients and the successful implementations and our flexibility in working with clients and our being client-centric and client-focused right from day one. So, and along with that, we have a tremendous list of references that we can certainly provide and supply to anyone interested in engaging Teague. Next slide, please. Another big distinction is, as an organization, we certainly love what we do. I mean, we live it, we drink and sleep what our business in SAP and certainly BI. To my point earlier, we're very, very easy to work with. You'll find us extremely flexible, and we've tried to be, we view ourselves as an extension of your organization. So we feel like we're part of your team from day one. We're adding value. We're not coming in and doing the implementation, not providing knowledge transfer, leaving you a book and walking away at the end of an implementation or end of a project. We do knowledge transfer throughout, and we want you to be self-sufficient and not relying on us, but hopefully based on our successful implementation or project that you'll come to us again. Another thing that we like to do is we act as a steward toward your resources and time. We certainly want to be part of your the solution, not part of the problem, and trying to enable your resources, and we value your time and commitment. And we certainly make commitments, and we take everything we do personally, and we're very accountable. We hold ourselves accountable, and we hold all of our resources accountable, and we work and we provide all our work without excuses. I mean, if there's any issues, we take full accountability. But fortunately, throughout our history of 17 years providing these types of implementations, we've had very few problems. And when we've had challenges, we've certainly worked through with the stakeholders, with the key users and everyone. And at the end, all of our implementations or projects have been referenceable, successful, and moving forward. So we certainly understand the industry. Most of our people, including myself, I have over 30 years in SAP. I go back to the R2 days. Most of our team has at least 20 to 30 years, the leadership team itself and our managing partners and our delivery team. So we thoroughly know the product, SAP. We've worked with it again through R2, R3, ECC, S4. So we have been in the SAP ecosystem. That's all we've ever done from the beginning, and that's all we've focused on. We've never worked with other ERP solutions. So we have a totally SAP-centric focus. That's one thing that is a big distinction as well. Unlike some of the large SIs that are selling multiple ERP systems, it's hard for them to be agnostic or neutral, and that's all we've ever done as SAP. So, next slide, please. Some, again, differentiators, and this I'm not trying to beat the horse, but we're very proud of the things that we've done. We live by best practices with global experience. Everything we do, we utilize best business practices, and we definitely have global experience. We also, one of the big distinctions, another distinction that we have is flexible regarding payment terms, very aggressive pricing, milestone payments. We're open to fixed price, fixed timeline, fixed scope projects. Another distinction and differentiator is we are very authentic in everything we do. We own it. We take full responsibility and accountability. And as I mentioned before, we communicate clearly from day one with all the stakeholders, the users, the steering committee, everybody on the project. It's important to us that you're comfortable and confident regarding the project status. So we have weekly and semi-weekly meetings with the leadership, the steering committee, with the PMO office so everybody understands where we're at. There's no surprises and constant communication and engagement throughout the project. And again, we always operate, everybody in our organization has integrity and respect for our clients, for ourselves, for each other, and most of all for the work we do and our clients. And we represent SAP and we also represent Terra Information Group, and we want every implementation and project to be referenceable, on time and on budget, and more than meet your client expectations. That's what we strive for in every project. So, next slide, please. And this, again, is just a small sample of our Terra Information Group references. It needs to be updated. We certainly have a very, very large list. And again, to my earlier point, this has all been through word of mouth and reference from users, clients to other clients based on the wonderful experience they've had with Terra Information Group, that they feel comfortable enough and trusting us enough and our abilities and what we deliver to reference us and refer us to other clients. So we've grown dramatically from the start from 1997, historically, without any acquisitions, just without any marketing, all organic growth, all word of mouth. So something we're very proud of, but obviously we're, with the digital world, we're becoming more well-known and starting to do some advertising and some marketing and certainly do all the major SAP conferences and shows. So, next slide, please. Okay, at this time, I'll turn it over to Johnson, and I'll let Johnson take it from there. But again, thank you for joining us, and please be engaged and feel free to ask any questions. And if you want to wait to the end, or if you want it to be interactive, I'm fine either way. But go ahead, Johnson.
Yeah, thank you, Randy. Good morning, everyone. I'm Johnson Mopasani. I've been working in SAP for a long time, like 17 years only in analytics space, what already Randy has introduced me. Today is a session which we are going to talk about the analytics space on in SAP side, and SAP S4 HANA and SAP native HANA analytics, and as well as BW for HANA side. At the end of the session, you can ask questions and we can discuss based on your questions. Yeah. So we are going to learn about a few things. One is the operational analytics in S4 and how it is different from strategic analytics. And embedded analytics is a part of S4 HANA, and how they are different from BW for HANA. So we'll talk about that. So these both things, like S4 embedded analytics and BW for HANA, the underlying layer is S4 platform, the database. So I showed here the analytics comes in the one single platform. S4 embedded analytics means it's already embedded in our system. And BW4 is more into strategic analytics, like based on your historical reporting. And embedded analytics more into operational, right? So let's go back to the what is S4, right? S4 is SAP's next generation SAP Business Suite application on SAP HANA platform. It came as a successor of SAP ECC. The main features are the simplification of the business activity and the process, and improved the efficiency in the transactions, and simplified the data architecture. And in this, the embedded analytics comes into faster analytics using core data services that is called CDS views, and virtual database, virtual data mods. So we'll discuss that later. So and also it includes with a modern user interface called Fury, right? And it comes with the package called BPC along with that, BPC 10.1 with S4. So let's go with one by one. What is the operational, right? What is the strategic analytics? So operational analytics are more into real-time data. So it's on transactional data. So you are going to do the reporting using your live data, and there is no delay. Like you're not bringing to another system like BW or any other data warehousing, and no ETL, no extraction, transformation, right? Nothing is needed. So you do the transactions. The business is doing the transaction at the same time. We are doing the analytics as well. There are multiple ways. One is, yeah.
Johnson, could you hold on a minute? I just want to make sure that everybody has their speakers off, so their microphones off. There's a little bit of background noise, and that's kind of a bit distracting. So, Randy, can you make sure your microphone is off? And also, Johnson, just make sure that we're keeping the background noise at a minimum. Please go ahead. Thank you, Johnson. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Okay, thanks. So here it comes to the Fury dashboards, which are already part of S4 as a component, and also the KPIs which you can use from the CDS views, and even you can go to transactional level reporting as well. So with Embedded Analytics, what it does is it's completely a real-time operational reporting where you can have your own dashboards and also KPIs. So using CDS views, also you can create your own KPIs or SAP delivered content KPIs. And also you can go to transaction level also. So I'm going to the next slide. So here you can see a clear picture of what we discussed on the previous slide. So the first one is the Fury Launchpad, right? It's the top here. So where a single entry point to access all your apps. So in the beauty of S4 HANA is, so SAP is predefined already. Mobile applications are available. So it's all just, you need to install and use it. So maybe you can do some of the customization as well. But every year, with every release, they are giving more number of Fury mobile applications. So once you have access, then you'll see the tiles and also the trend. So you can drill down to the transaction level as well. So users can quickly go to the transaction level from their from the graphs to transaction levels using the real-time reporting. Earlier, it was not like that. So you need to bring it to BW. Then from BW, you are going to create the OData services, then Fury applications. So again, you need to go back to the transaction, means then you need to have some jump to target something. So now with Embedded Analytics, everything is streamlined with directly from the mobile app to your transaction, you can go and see that. So take an example, one of the use cases, if you have any orders, so maintenance orders, so you have a maintenance order which has more number of failures. So in your tile, it is showing as 100 and your graph is showing as a red. So you want to see on which districts or in which states, so the more number of malfunctions are happen, right? So you can go to the trend and also to the malfunction for which equipment has failed. So to the transaction level also you can go to that. That is more into operational reporting side using the Fury mobile apps. So this one is, this slide is talking about S4 embed analytics with BW 7.5. So S4 comes with a pre-embedded BW 7.5. So if you already have licenses, so it comes with the BW 7.5 as an embedded one. So you don't need to purchase again a separate BW system. So, and there are pros and cons are there. So one is for S4, right? If you see the left-hand side, S4 embedded analytics using CDS views and virtual data marts. So here you are doing your all apps using Fury applications. Here in the right-hand side, BW BPC 10.1, it comes with BW and BPC as well. And you can access your CDS views for real-time reporting as well. But the cons is you cannot load the outside data. You cannot bring the outside data to the BW. It means since it is only one system, if you are bringing an outside system, so the database is going to grow big, and also you are going to put the outside data into the transaction system. That's a wrong design. So even SAP suggests that the best practice is the amount of data persisted in the embedded BW should not be more than 20% of your OLTP system. So this approach is only good for if a companies are using a very less strategic analytics, so very less data. So then this approach is good. But otherwise, we need to go with the BW for HANA as a separate system. So many companies, right, with the current historical data, so most of the companies are having the social media data and even digital marketing and campaigning data and various source systems they are bringing into BW. So this approach is not applicable for every company. And when it comes to right in future BW, so is BW is going away? No, BW is not going away, but BW, I would recommend SAP suggests go with the BW for HANA, so it is more mature and more innovations are happening rather than BW 7.5. So here, right, in this picture, so we have a S4 system, and also the right-hand side, there is other system called BW for HANA, which comes with the BPC 11.0. So with this, so what you can do is you can collect the outside systems data and from non-homogeneous systems data and bring it to BW, and also it's more matured. Earlier in BW side, there are multiple connectors were there. One is a DB Connect and UD Connect, SAP Data Services, and there were like 10 data sources which are connected to outside systems. Now they simplified. They made it only 4. One is a HANA source system, other one is a big data side and ODP and flat file systems. So maybe we can talk about that as a separate session. But the next generation of a data warehouse is the BW for HANA, which is there since September 2016. And also the business planning and consolidation and 11.0 version is already embedded in the BW for HANA. And also it's more simplified and speed up your data modeling and a lot of reusable of master data and other content. And also it offers a simplified approach to modeling and multi-tier temperature architecture as well using BW for HANA. So now what we discussed is, like in previous slides, one is your operational analytics, and next one is right. So when you go back here, So your embedded analytics, which are into more in operational side, so with the live data. And next one is BW 7.5 with the embedded. It's only for organizations with less strategic analytics. And next one is a BW for HANA, so where you are bringing your enterprise data warehousing tool. So now there is another method, right? So a lot of customers are still on BW, and they might have as a database as a HANA. So they might have upgraded to BW 7.5 with the database instead of Oracle or any SQL Server or DB2. They might have updated with the SAP HANA database. For that, SAP suggests that, okay, if they want a real-time reporting, go with a native HANA data modeling. So what it does is it comes with a sidecar approach. So last few years, most of the customers introduced the sidecar into their environments to become familiar with the HANA database and for the real-time reporting. So here, in sidecar approach, you need to have a separate server called SLT here, right? SAP landscape transformation, where what it does is it does the real-time replication. Means one of unique features of replicating your transactional data and transactional integrity and serialization between source and target systems. Means if somebody has done a PO, somebody has created a new PO with a quantity, that record will comes to your HANA system immediately once you replicate the tables, the corresponding tables. So if they might have changed any PO quantity from 10 to 20, that will replicate it into your HANA system. Means the whatever the tables which you replicated into HANA. So it has the synchronization, and also you'll see the real time the data which is already residing in your transactional system. So and the approach is create views which are already means SAP HANA Live content is already available, like a business content which we use in a BW side. Same like that in HANA side, we have a HANA Live, which we can use for our reporting requirements. So all views are already predefined. Predefined KPIs also available, so you can use that and do your reporting. Otherwise, we can create a custom views as well. So using foundation view and base view and master view. So the foundation view is nothing but where you are going to build using your base view and master view. Master view is nothing but your master data, like is zero material or zero vendor, which we use in BW side, Kenya one, right? MARA tables from ECC. So from directly ECC tables, you are creating a master views, and base view is nothing but your transactional. So any transactional table like AUFK, right, and AFVCC. So where the maintenance, the orders, along with the quantities and along with the cost which has occurred. So in that, we'll use in that base views, we'll use all transactional tables. And the foundation view is nothing but we are combining the base views and the master views. So this is a LSA ++ architecture, just we use in the BW side. So that one is the best practice. SAP suggests that use master views, base views, and foundation views, so that you don't need to recreate the objects again and again. So you can reuse these master, base, and foundation views. And the final layer will be your business view. On top of that business view, you create your OData services. So what it does is OData services creates an API and it is consumed for your Fury applications. Means you can create your mobile applications, means mobile apps on OData services, or you can create your any strategic reports using your business views, using your BobJ tools or Lumira or Tableau. So this is one of the approach where you can do your analytics using the real time. So the other one is driving towards advanced analytics. So where you're nowadays, like a lot of companies, especially on utility side and also in retail industry, the data is growing. So especially in utility side, the smart meters, smart grids, and they produce every 15 minutes a record, right? If any company has at least 10 million customers, so every 15 minutes the record count will be in billions. So even I have seen in many clients, they are going with the integrated model, the hybrid model. So where SAP, HANA, and the Hadoop are integrated, and the data will be extracted from Hadoop to HANA and HANA to Hadoop as well, and from taking the data from different systems, SAP, ECC, CRM, SRM, and also even smart meters data, and also the Twitter's data, and also the weather data and everything. So this is one of the approach based on customer needs, we can suggest the architecture as well. Here in this one, so the Hadoop is integrated with HANA using different kind of methods. One is SDA, SDI, and also there are SAP specific tools are available, the SAP Aura, and also there are other third-party tools are there like Informatica, and also SAP. There is a other tool called Tailend. Based on our requirements, we can talk about that. The integration side maybe in another session. That will be like a 1 hour session. We can discuss later. But here in this architecture, so the Hadoop is taking the data from smart meters and Twitter's data, and also from social media, and we are creating a data lakes using Hive tables which are created in Hadoop, and we are bringing the data. Once the data is processed and in a structured manner, then we are going to bring it into HANA using SDI. Means even you don't need to load the data from Hadoop to HANA, but with the SDA, what it does is it brings the data using a virtual tables. So the data will not be loaded into HANA, but based on your report, it is at the time of report running, it goes to Hadoop and it brings certain data sets based on your report selections. Maybe it might be a Webby report, it might be a Tableau, or it might be a dashboard, or it might be an analysis office. Even you can create your mobile applications on Hadoop or in HANA itself using Fury applications. So any questions on this completely backend stuff? Then we can go to the reporting tools which are available. Okay, I'll move to the reporting tools, and which are available in the market and from SAP and also non-SAP tools. One is a Lumira Discovery, which is morely related to the customers, the end users. So it's a very easy tool. It's a desktop tool people can install and they can do the reporting by themselves. Tableau is also like for a self-service model where people can talk to the HANA views and also even in BW system as well. And for dashboard reporting, I would suggest SAP tool when you are a SAP customer, or if you are already have a MicroStrategy, you can go with these two different tools. One is the Lumira Designer, where you have a rich applications, and a lot of charts are also available in Lumira, and also the MicroStrategy. It's a similar kind of a tool, but it's from different vendors, where you can do your scheduling and also already a predefined graphs also available in both the tools. And for reporting, for SAP side, you have Crystal Reports 2006 and also Webby Intelligence available that called Webby. We can use both of these tools for our reporting purpose, enterprise reporting purpose. For Crystal Reports are morely into highly formatted reporting side, and Webby Reports are means even we can use for self-servicing. Even if you give the capabilities, users can create the Webby reports. It's more into a web-based reporting purpose. And other one is Analysis Office. If people are very much interested in Excel reporting side, like a BEX. BEX means BW tool. So it's all Excel based tool. So same thing, Analysis Office also an Excel based. So you can expose your HANA views and people can create their own reports using Analysis Office, and they can create their own data mockups, and they can save in their favorites, and even they can send those the report results to other team members or other groups as well. So these are the more used tools right now in the current market, and I have seen many clients are using Analysis Office and Lumira Discovery and Tableau and MicroStrategy. So and when it comes to highly formatted reporting side for financial side, so people are using Crystal Reports. So we can go and see each tool in next slides. So for dashboarding and mobile applications, right? So we can go with Lumira Designer and MicroStrategy, and these tools has a powerful data visualization, and they are used for KPI reporting, and even you can schedule these reports in the backend side, means on the server, and the report results are stored in MicroStrategy and Lumira side, and if user can run those reports using mobile phones or in the tablet. So the distribution side, so if a certain group wants to distribute the reports to certain group using their email IDs or maybe any group ID. So Web Intelligence has a capability, and even Crystal Reports and Analysis Office, even MicroStrategy has those capabilities. If user wants to discover, right, maybe he wants to analyze and predict, and also he want to see what kind of a data is available. So he wants to explore self-service model side. Then Lumira Discovery is there. So it is a desktop tool which comes with a Lumira license, and people can just install this in the desktop, the Lumira Discovery, and they can connect to HANA views or directly on the CDS views from S4, and they can explore. So what kind of a data is already available. So the beauty of a Lumira Discovery is the user can create their own dashboards within few minutes. So if they are familiar with the tool a little bit, so they can create any kind of a graphs which are already existing in the Lumira Discovery. And Analysis Office is a completely Excel based. They can do slice and dice, and also they can distribute those reports, and they can create their own views, different kind of views using Analysis Office. And Tableau is also the same. So it's a web-based tool. So even people connect to HANA views, and they can create their own hierarchy models. Take an example, if any retail side, if any product has some hierarchy group, so they can create their own hierarchies in Tableau tool, and they can display their data in that hierarchy, whatever they are looking right in that hierarchy model. So these tools comes under self-servicing model. So these are some of them are SAP one, some of them are not SAP. So based on business needs, they can pick and choose, and they all communicate with SAP HANA and BW for HANA and even S4 HANA. So when it comes to self-servicing, so nowadays, if you go to any organizations, people wants to, like, especially the business owners, they want to empower themselves, right, to access the data. Like old days, they are more relying on the IT side. So to create any report or right to bring the data into a certain format. Now with these tools, they can connect to the BI systems, and they can view the data, and also they can share, and they can distribute, and they can analyze their the data sets, and they can send it to different people, so within their group or maybe outside of the group. So the self-servicing already we discussed. So there are multiple tools. So we are giving right more empowerment to the business analysts, and also the directly to the business users as well. So in self-service, what we does is we acquire the data and we transform. So we can directly create our KPIs. Means once you have a HANA models, means HANA views or the CDS views. Take an example, if they want to create their own KPI, so they can transform that and they can create their own KPIs, and even they can group multiple sources. So maybe from HANA's some of the data is stored in HANA, and some of the data is stored in maybe outside system. They can connect both and do the calculations and groupings, and they can visualize also using your different kind of graphs, bar graphs, charts, and there are a number of charts are available. So every tool has updating their own charts, means with new releases, and they can share also, means they can publish the reports to within the organization groups as well using your self-service model. So some of the sample reports, the left side is the Analysis Office, how the look and feel. So within the Analysis Office, it's Excel based, but still you can create your own graphs and charts as well, right? Even you can distribute this, and you can schedule these reports in background, and it will goes to the certain groups using their email IDs. Once you schedule, so it will automatically goes to their email IDs on certain time. So based on the parameters which you are giving at the time of scheduling. So in the right hand side, some of the Lumira dashboards, and also some MicroStrategy dashboard. So you can get a rich visualization using Lumira Designer and MicroStrategy. It's like Lumira Designer is from SAP and MicroStrategy is from different vendor. Yeah, any questions on a reporting side or an S4 analytics or embedded analytics, operational and the strategic, and also BW for HANA or native HANA means using real-time analytics.
Johnson, thank you so much for a very informative presentation. I want to open it up to a few questions. If anybody has any questions, we would like to take them up now. Johnson, also, if you could put up the last slide with Randy's information, that would be great. Yeah. I have one question right now, and the question is, we are looking into implementing SAP BI Analytics. Can Terra Information Group help with that? And the answer to that really is, of course. That is what we specialize in, and that's what the work we do. So absolutely, if you guys are going through that, please feel free to contact Randy, who is our senior VP. His email here is randy.reitnor@terrainformation.com. I can also give you his telephone number if you feel more comfortable speaking with him over the phone. His number is 724-799-6474. That is 724-799-6474. Any other questions? There's a question here asking if we can do some support work as well as advisory work. And again, the answer is absolutely. We do all sorts of support, even if it's in 1 hour's worth of support work or advisory work. We are more than happy to do that. Question number 3 is, we just updated to BW 7.5. Will it be useful if we move to SAP HANA? Johnson, did you want to answer that?
I would certainly recommend that move to SAP HANA because you have all HANA optimized cubes and also HANA optimized dashboards. So you can convert them into HANA optimized cubes and dashboards. So that will increase your data loading performance and reporting performance, and also when it comes to dashboards, the activation process, right? And also you can convert the existing BW multi-providers into ADJOs, means advanced dashboards. So definitely, I would recommend to go with means lift and shift HANA database upgrade. So and what I said like earlier in the previous slides. So you can go with the native HANA real-time reporting as well. So you get that option using SLT, right? And some of your financial reporting or some of your critical reporting, which you are looking for real-time reporting. So you can utilize that option using SLT.
Any other questions?
Doesn't look like we have any more questions at this time. If anybody has any last minute questions, please feel free to send the questions. If not, then If you want to speak up as well, we can unmute you if that's more suitable or if you're more comfortable with that. If there aren't any more questions, I would like to thank everybody for joining us for this very, very informative presentation on BI analytics. Johnson, thank you so much for all that information. I hope all our listeners, found it very useful. And once again, I would like to urge and ask all those who have attended, if you have any BI implementations coming up, or if you have any support work or advisory work that you need support with, please contact Terra Information Group. And we look forward to hearing from you. Take care and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye now.